company has issued at a premium, not at a par. So net proceeds will be how much? Net proceeds will be 110. If you multiply with the tax rate at 0.5, what will be the answer? The after tax problem will be cost of debt 0.040 is the answer. Interest plus maturity value minus net proceeds divided by n whole divided by maturity value plus net proceeds divided by 2. So this is the formula for cost of debt. Hello everybody. I'm your Divya ma'am, Assistant Professor from Department of Commerce and Management, lecturing Vidhyaashram First Grade College, MYSURU, the Temple of Excellence. I take this opportunity to welcome you all for the session 4 on your Unit 1 Cost of Capital. So in the last class, we have discussed about the problems on your irredeemable debenture, calculation of irredeemable debenture before tax and after tax, and we have also discussed 4 to 5 problems. So I have given you all assignments, so kindly check out the answers as well. So in today's class, we'll be discussing the problems on redeemable debenture. So what is the difference between redeemable and irredeemable? So in all the classes, I have been telling you all what is the difference between redeemable debenture and irredeemable debenture. Redeemable means, so during 5 years or 6 years, the money has to be given back to the investor. So we have to redeem it. We have to give back the money for a stipulated period of time. So that is redeemable debenture, redeemable debt. So irredeemable debt is what? That is, so after once the company is closed, then we have to give back the money. When then the investor will take then the money what he has invested, that is irredeemable. So during the lifetime, if you are getting the money back, that is called as redeemable. So once the company is closed, once everything is been done, then the money will be given to you all, that is irredeemable debt. So irredeemable debt before tax and after tax we have discussed in the last class. So what we had discussing in today's class, that is redeemable debenture will be asked for your 10 marks in your examination. So redeemable debenture after tax and before tax, how will you identify whether it is a after tax problem or before tax problem? After tax, you will be having your tax rate. Tax rate will be given in the question. So when tax rate is given in the question, it is understood that it is after tax. If tax rate is not given, before tax formula should be applied to solve the problem. In the same case, how do you get to know whether it is a irredeemable problem or a redeemable problem? Ma'am, how can we identify? That will be the question for you people. So to make it very clear, dear students, so redeemable means number of years will be given in the question. Whenever the number of years is given in the question, it is a redeemable problem. So whenever number of years is not given in the question, it is irredeemable debenture problem. Without wasting much of our time, let's take up the problem and the formula and check out the answer and how can we solve it and make you all understand in an easy way. Agenda for today's discussion, concepts and the problems. Problems on redeemable debt. Let us read out the question. Problem number 1. The company issued 10% debenture of rupees 100 each at a premium of 10%. So while issuing only, they are issued at a premium. So net proceeds will be 110. So 100 into 10%, it is 110. So while issuing only, the company has issued at a premium, not at a par. So net proceeds will be how much? Net proceeds will be 110. How you got 110? 100 into 10%, 10 rupees, 100 plus 10, 110 is the net proceeds. Similar way, the interest is 10 rupees. And what else is given in the question? Of 10% for a period of 10 years. So what is the number of years given in the question? 10 years. Number of years is 10 years. The debenture issued at an expenses of rupees 2. So while issuing, they have incurred the expenses. So expenses, it might be flotation cost or transaction cost, or it might be also the expenses, like while issuing the shares, while issuing the debenture, they have incurred certain expenses. So from where they have to deduct? They have to deduct from the net proceeds. So 2 rupees is the expenses. So if we deduct, 108 rupees will be what? 108 rupees will be the net proceeds. Moving forward, the corporate tax is 50%. So it is after tax problem. So what is after tax? That is, tax rate is 50% when we convert into decimal, 0.5. Next, calculate the cost of debt. So for your clear reference, we are calculating the before tax as well as after tax problem. So here in the question, they have asked you all, once again we'll read out, the company issued 10% debenture of rupees 100 each at a premium of 10% for a period of 10 years. The debenture is issued at an expenses of rupees 2, corporate tax is 50%, calculate the cost of debt. So after 10 years, it is issued at a par, debenture of rupees 100 each at a premium of 10% for a period of 10 years. While issuing, they are issued at a premium, but maturity value, while maturing, they are redeeming at a par itself. So what will be the maturity value? 100 rupees will be the maturity value. So let's substitute all the values to the formula and check out the answer. So cost of debt is equal to interest 10 rupees plus, what is the maturity value? 100 rupees is the maturity value, minus 108 is the net proceeds, divided by number of years is how much? Number of years is 10 years, whole divided by maturity value plus net proceeds divided by 2. So what is the first step you need to follow in the calculation? The first step is the bracket part you have to solve. Step 1, step 2, step 3. With this you have to divide this, that would be step 4. I'll repeat. Step 1 calculation, step 2 calculation, step 3 calculation and step 4 calculation. So this is how you need to calculate. So let us check out the answer using a calculator. Minus 8 divided by 10, it is minus 0.8 plus into minus, minus 10 if you do it, it will be 9.2. Plus into minus, so let's calculate it. 10 plus 100 minus 108, it will be minus 8 divided by 10, it is minus 0.8 whole divided by 100 plus 108 divided by 2, it is 104. Plus into minus, it is minus, but greatest number symbol is plus, that is 10. So plus into minus, minus. So 10 minus 0.8, it is 9.2. Divided by 104, it is 0.0884. 0.884 is the answer. 0.088 is the answer, that is before tax. So this is how we calculate. Moving forward, similarly we are calculating after tax problem. Only difference is we are adding the 1 minus t, that is tax rate. So 1 minus tax rate is how much? 0.5 into interest is how much? 10 rupees plus maturity value 100 minus net proceeds is 108 divided by number of years is how much? 10 years, whole divided by maturity value 100 plus 108 divided by 2. So what answer we have got? Let's substitute the answer. So 1 minus tax rate is 0, 1 minus 0.5 is 0.5 itself. So 0.088 into 0.5, it is 0.40 is the answer. So similarly, it's very easy when you get your before tax problem right. So what answer you get it? With the answer, if you just multiply this value, so far the calculation is already been done in the before tax problem. Okay, to make you all easy, I'm telling you all. So calculation part is already done. What answer you have got? The answer you have got is 0.088. So you have got this part answer as 0.088. Then if you multiply with the tax rate, that is 0.5, what will be the answer? The after tax problem will be cost of debt 0.040 is the answer. This is how in an easy calculation way when before tax and after tax is given. So when after tax is given, definitely you all have to do with the applying the formula, given values, and then substitute the answer. So since the before tax calculation we have done, everything were there, just we have multiplied with the tax rate. You get your after tax answer. That's it. So to have a better clarity on your problem, so we have taken one more problem. Problem number 2. Let us read out the question. The company issues 5,000 8% debenture. 5,000 shares were issued, debentures, 8% debenture of rupees 100 each at a premium of 10% for a period of 8 years. So number of years is given 8 years. So it is a redeemable problem. So we are maturing the debenture after 8 years, and what will be the maturity value? It is 100 itself. So we are issuing at a premium, redeeming at a par. So the debenture issued at an expenses of rupees 4, the corporate tax is 30%, calculate the cost of debt. So what is the formula? Cost of debt is equal to, this is before tax formula, interest plus maturity value minus net proceeds divided by n whole divided by maturity value plus net proceeds divided by 2. So this is the formula for cost of debt. That is redeemable debenture before tax formula. So when it comes to after tax formula, we are just adding 1 minus tax rate. That is 1 minus t. That's it. So what is given in the question? Let's write down the given in the question. 5,000, 8% debenture. So 100 rupees is the net proceeds. So while issuing, they are issuing it at 10%. So 110 will be the net proceeds. Similarly, 8% debenture, 100 into 8%. Interest, so it is 8 rupees. Interest is 8 rupees. Then after, while issuing, they are incurred the 4 rupees as expenses. So 110 minus 4, it will be 106 rupees. So 106 rupees is the net proceeds. Maturity value will be 100. Tax rate is 0.3. And all the rest number of years, everything information you have got. Number of years is 8 years. So now let's substitute the given values into the formula and check out the answer. So interest is how much? Interest is 8 rupees plus maturity value will be how much? 100 rupees minus 106 rupees divided by number of years is 8 years whole divided by 100 plus 106 divided by 2. So let's substitute the values. So what are the steps as I've taught you, my dear students? The first step is the bracket solving part. So 100 minus 106 divided by 8. It is minus 0.75. Next, we have second bracket part to be solved. 100 plus 106 divided by 2. So it is 103. So plus into minus, minus, greater number sign is plus. So 8 minus 0.75, it is 7.25 divided by 103. So 7.25 divided by 103, it is 0.0703, or into 100 if we do, it is 7.03%. 7.03%. 0.070 is the answer. Next, after tax, the same value if you take and just multiply with the tax rate, you will get the answer. So this part we have already solved. The answer you get is 0.070 into 1 minus tax rate. 1 minus tax rate is 0.3. So 1 minus 0.3 will be 0.7. So let's multiply 0.7 into 0.070. It is 0.47. So in your examination, do not use this calculation because everything, each and every step has a value. Every step has a mark in your examination. So University of Mysore, for each and every step, for the step calculation also, marks will be allotted for you all. So directly do not do it. For your easy reference and the verification part, I have taught you this, but you have to substitute each and every values like how we have substituted this, and then we need to calculate the answer. So any of the point variation or the point difference, if it comes, the answer will be the similar way. So you can round it off to the next number. That will be the point variation that you get. Point variation is you can round it off to the next number and the answer will be the similar and it will be right only. So for each and every step you need to use this. Just for your verification, how to do that I have taught you all. So after tax also you need to solve step by step using this. So do not use this method. So directly, why? Because you will, in your University of Mysore, for each and every step calculation, it is right, but for each and every step calculation, there will be marks allotted. So directly do the step calculation and you can verify this later using this. That's it. Problem number 3. Similar way, we have a problem number 3. A company issues 5,008% debenture of 100 rupees each after 8 years, repayable at a premium of 8%. So now this case is issued at a par, redeemed at a premium. The company issued on issuing cost of 4 rupees, debenture assuming tax liability is 40%, calculate the cost of debt. So tax rate is given, before tax and after tax we are doing it. So what is given in the question? Given is net proceeds 100 rupees, expenses we are deducting. So how much is the expenses? 4 rupees. So 96 rupees is the net proceeds. Next, 8% interest. 8 rupees will be the interest. Number of years is 8 years. How many years? Number of years is 8 years, and it is premium. It is payable in a premium, 8% premium. So maturity value will be 108. Next, corporate taxes. 40%, 0.40 is the tax rate. Calculate the cost of debt. So before tax, what we have a formula. Let's substitute the values to the formula. Interest is 8 rupees plus maturity value is 108 minus 96 divided by number of years is 8 years, whole divided by maturity value plus net proceeds divided by 2. So the first step, second step, third step and the fourth step. So let's check the calculation. 8 plus so 108 minus 96. So how much it will be? 1.5. So 8 plus 1.5, it will be 9.5. So let's use the calculator. 108 plus 96 divided by 2, it is 102. So 9.5 divided by 102, it is 0.093. So cost of debt is 0.093. 0.093 is the answer. Similarly, we are doing it for the after tax. 1 minus tax rate is how much? Given in the question, 40%, 0.4. Interest is 8 rupees plus maturity value minus net proceeds divided by number of years, whole divided by maturity value plus net proceeds divided by 2. So let's substitute the answer. 1 minus 0.4, it will be 0.6. (108) plus 96 divided by 2, it is 102. So 8 into 1.5, it is, this is plus. 8 plus 1.5, it is 9.5. 9.5 into 0.6, it is 5.7. 5.7 divided by 102, it is 0.061. So this is how you calculate the answer. So let's recheck out it. So 1 minus 0.4, it is 0.6. So 9.5 into 0.6, it is 5.7. So 108 plus 96, it is 204 divided by 2, it is 102. So 5.7 divided by 102, it is 0.61. So we are rounding off the answer. So 0.61 is the answer. So that's it, my dear students. Hope the session was interesting and fruitful. So we have solved the problems on redeemable debenture. So in the next class, we'll take up more problems on redeemable debenture issued at a par, premium and a discount, and we'll discuss more on the topic cost of capital in the next class. So smile is the biggest jewel you can wear, people. Keep smiling. Thank you.